Happy Friday, everyone. I can't even believe that we're at the end of the month. We are Friday, March 21st, 2025. And welcome to this healing session where we come together as a group to explore what's ready to be shifted within our body minds, what needs a little bit attending to, and energetic support through energy healing. So I use BodyTalk and also all the other tools on my tool belt to go into the unknown, to go into what lies beyond the surface, to shift what's ready to be shifted by observation. The mere act of observing already shifts the thing that you're looking at. So that's a little bit of quantum science. You can take a peek for yourself if you're interested in that. Okay, without further ado, get yourself nice and cozy. Please, if this is the first time you're on, put away your distractions. Make sure you're not driving or doing something so you can sit back and have an experience of this energy healing because this work is experiential. Get to feel it. And what we're working with today is um, untwisting the mind's rigidity that affects the way that you see yourself, you see life, you view others, and other people's opinions. So it's just an opinion. It doesn't mean that it's fact. But somehow along the line, over the years, we take in things really, really personally. Someone says something about a different point of view, and it's taken as a personal attack, meaning that you are wrong. So there's already a shift coming up. It doesn't mean that you were wrong. And it doesn't mean that you are right. It's simply a different perspective. We need multiple perspectives to get a picture of the whole. If you've got only one-sided views of something, then you're missing all the rest. Say you're looking at a box and two people are having an argument about the box. One person sees one face of the box, let's say from the right side, you're seeing one small face of the box. And the other person has another perspective. They're looking at the top of the box, and let's say they see a rectangle. One person says, no, it's a square. The other person says, no, this is a rectangle. And a war begins because you're coming from your own perspective. But you're not realizing that there's other sides to the box that need to be explored. Perhaps take the box and turn it around. Have some curiosity. Get out of this cognitive dissonance, this tunnel vision of saying that no, all that exists is the one face of the box that I can see. You've got to look at the whole box in 3D to come up with a solid opinion, not just what you think and not just what someone else has told you that you're regurgitating as fact. And then you go out into the world or into your own relationships or even with yourself and you take it really personally and say, no one understands me. Well, I bet you don't even understand yourself. Why is it that you think this? Where did this train of thought come from? What makes you think that this point of view is the only point of view? It could be implemented in your relationships, at work, conversations with coworkers, in your own life. Maybe you've got blinders on and saying, well, I have no choice. There we go. But you've got plenty of choices. You've got a universe of choices. There's so many things that you can do. And you say, oh, I have no choice. This is the only way. That goes to show you that you're stuck under a mass hypnosis, whether that be self-inflicted, it could be family history. It could be the collective impacting you. It could be past lives. There's so much. You're a universe unto yourself. So what we're going to do in this session is start to peel back the veils over your senses that skew what is directly in front of you. It skews what is. And then you think it's only one side of the box without realizing there's a whole 3D shape to it. Right? So I'm in this corpus callosum right through starting at the third eye actually, and running right through the midbrain, right through the corpus callosum, right down the middle. We need some flexibility so that both sides of the brain are in communication. If you've got one side of the brain where you discount your intuition, you discount your creative nature, you discount thinking outside of the box, and rules are coming up. I've got to follow these rules. I've got to listen to what so and so says to me. That must be the only way. I've got the left brain pushing on the right side of the brain. It's and then back and forth, this arguing between the brains. No, you've got a right and left brain. You need a logical mind. You need it to be logical, thinking logistically, practically, sensibly, right? But it has to be flexible. And then you've got your intuitive side, your creative side, out of the box side. And then together you have this great structure. So it's like when a structure for intuition to play. So it's just like this protocol that I follow in BodyTalk. It supports me. It supports my intuition. I've got a structure, a framework. So that logical mind, I've got a framework, and then the world is my oyster. I get to go wherever. I get to play in these sessions. It's like children. You go to a park. The play structure doesn't change. It's the same structure, but how many games do you see the kids playing at the park? They came up with thousands of games. The structure hasn't changed, but their games have. So this is a healthy expression of left and right brain working together to support each other. And through this, we're also doing left and right with masculine and feminine balance. And our masculine and feminine energies, our essences support each other. It's not against or one's better than the other. No, they're both needed. That's why we have both of them. If we only needed one, we'd only have one. We don't only need one, we need both. We need our masculine essence to go out there. It's piercing, it's single-minded focus. It goes out into the world. And then the feminine is passive dynamic. She's not lazy. Could you imagine if someone's passing you a cup of coffee and you're both in your masculine? The coffee's going to go everywhere. The masculine hands you the coffee, it's action oriented. But the feminine sits with her hands open to receive. She's not lazy and like a wet noodle. She's fully engaged. She's waiting to receive. Her hands are open to receive. The masculine is handing, the feminine receives. So it's not against, it's just different. And so how is this, how you can think about your own life? Where do you feel threatened, or where do you take it personally when you come up something that is different, a different point of view, a different way of doing things? You can think about peeling an apple. There's so many ways to peel an apple. There's so many ways to do the dishes. There's so many ways to garden. There's so many ways to make a meal, to make a batch of cookies. It doesn't make one right or the other. It's simply different. And we need these differences so that we can get an overlook of the whole box, so I bring it back to the beginning. You get a global sense, and then you may learn something new. It's like, oh, I was today years old. How I learned how to peel a pomegranate. I had no idea that's how you did it. Or to peel a mango. We can learn from each other, and from that collaboration, then great things can happen. Not against, working towards something of unity. So we're going to make peace. We're bringing a masculine, feminine balance within yourself. We've got to dump taking things personally. When you hear something different, it's nothing to do with you. It's just different. It's just different. And to have a different perspective. But, well, here's a shift coming in. If you're seeing this mass hypnosis within yourself of people don't understand me. I'm so misunderstood. And you keep saying that over and over and over again, that's a clue that you need to go and seek out a practitioner, a therapist. There are plenty of practitioners that can help you with this. I'd be so happy to. It's time to do your own inner work. It's time to take that other people don't, to put that mirror back for yourself and take a look at yourself. And this is the work that we do here. So we're softening the corpus callosum. We're balancing the left and right hemispheres of the brain. We're improving communication between left and right hemispheres of the brain. We're doing a masculine and feminine balance. And then we're reducing that rigidity of the nervous system, that where it gets stuck on that myelin sheath, your habitual patterns, whether it be doing something a certain way, say washing the dishes, and then someone comes in and says, "Oh, let me help you. I'll do the dishes." And they do it differently. And then you get mad, saying, "That's not how you wash the dishes." You need to start bringing in some flexibility of thought and open up those blinders. There's a whole world out there. So I'm going to bring in a hydration to that nervous system, and we're going to dump um, habits and information that you've maybe heard throughout your life and you've taken it on as truth without question. And we've got to loosen that. We're going to start to dump that out of the myelin sheath and do a anchor those filters to the heart, off of the senses, so you can experience life as is and not through what you think it is or those perceptions of life. All right, anchoring this to the heart. Let's see how this shifts for this week. Maybe we'll have some openness, maybe some willingness to communicate, learn something new, even if you find yourself curious and looking up for information online or asking a friend. How do you do your coffee? How do you wash your dishes? Show me something different. We can all benefit from working together in community, in communion, in with respect, and from an open heart. All right, I'm tapping this in. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Thank you to the group that comes on before we hop into session to help me hone in and get what I want to say out. Thank you. Special thank you to you all. Please like, subscribe, and share, and let's get this healing out to the world. See you all next Friday.